Hey, my name is Andrzej Krzywda, I'm from Arkency. This video is about how to write a blog post quickly without spending too much time on this. While I consider blogging a very important activity, I don't consider it more important than any other most of the other activities in software development. So I want to be optimized when it comes to blogging. I want to spend more my time on coding instead of blogging, but I still want to blog. So this is important. And some of the techniques that I'm going to show you today is I will use a timer, so I will time box my blog post, writing the blog post. Second thing is I'm not going to create content or coming up with a content. What I do is we already created content in my team just recently. We built a list of tasks that are important in our project, and those tasks is something that is already created. We have it in our Quip tool, so it's already there. So I'm just, instead of creating content, I'm documenting what Arkency does. As Arkency, we're quite transparent and open, and we want to share our knowledge to other people in the community. Obviously, your company doesn't need to be the same, but still you will see a lot of things that you can do to share. So obviously, I didn't want to share, it's not like a secret, but I didn't want to share the name of the project I'm working on or where this comes from. So I just changed it to foobar for the time of writing the blog post and recording this video. And very often you will have the same thing in your situation. You may want to hide the client name or project name. Okay, so my idea is that we came up with this list of things to do in our project, which are not only about coding itself, but also other things, but still very important, like monitoring failures, following the communication, checking security updates for gems, and so on. We are working on a Rails application, or not, on the Ruby applications actually. Rails is just a small part of it. Okay, so I'm setting up the timer for 10 minutes, and I'm already here in the blog. We use Nanoc, and this is a static page generator. I have a special script, Andrzej blog, which I'm running with the title of the blog post. So coming up with a title is always difficult when I want to just blog quickly. I'm not spending too much time on this, but still it's something that will appear usually on Twitter, on certain aggregators. So it's something that I want to cut the attention. Let's say non-coding activities in a software project. Okay, so this script does a bunch of stuff. It actually git commits and git pushes certain things to the repository. It also opens the production URL. This is actually what it looks like. So it's already created the URL, but nothing is there, so this is like a 404. Right, and now it also showed me this. I use a tool called IA Writer. It's used the template, so everything is prepared. Publish false, so it's nothing. So this is already under the version control. It's already pushed to the repository. It's there. I also have this snippet of code, but this time I will not have any code, so I don't need this. This is the part of the blog post which will be shown in the header. So on the main page, for example, or I don't know, if you paste it to Facebook, this is the description, and this is the rest. So I will start directly with what I want to paste. So let's actually just copy the list and paste it to, actually this will be the whole meat. Okay, that's it. Now I can actually write some intro. I still have 8 minutes left, so that's enough. But also, so I can start with just a story. Recently, so I don't want to like highlight some truth overall. I'm just telling how it is in our project. This helps me because I'm not saying this is how it should be in your project. I'm just saying this is what we do. So recently in our project, we came up with a list of non-coding activities. Those are the tasks that need to be done quite regularly and might to be forgotten. Also at the end I can say like I will probably keep updating this list, as this may serve our team in the longer run, so that's a good thing. If you feel that we miss something important here, feel free to comment. Thanks. Okay, saved. So we have an intro. I used the concept of starting from the middle. So I pasted the list, and if nothing else, the list is already bringing some value. So people can get inspired from this. Maybe they will notice something that they lack in their project. So it's not like a super great blog post. It's very simple here. I still have 6 minutes, so I have two options now. I can either git push immediately because I already have some part of it, and that's what I will do. Or I can, because it's good to have commit push very frequently. Otherwise, you risk that something important will interrupt. Actually, I did it. Damn it! I made a typo here. If something interrupts you, you will never publish the blog post. It's the worst thing that can happen, that you will start the blog post but never actually finish this. So I also have this script for publish recent changes production, so I don't have to type the git CI coming out with a message. The message is basically whatever. So now it's pushed to the repository. The way it works is that we have our build machine actually compiling the static page and sending it to the production website. So very soon I will have this. Oh, I already have the some part of this. So that was the first version. Now this is already on the production URL, but it's URL because the publish flag is still set to false. What it means is that it's already visible under this URL, but no one knows this. It's not visible in the RSS, it's not visible on the main page. So it means I can send this blog post actually to someone for verification, but I don't do that because I'm not really happy with being blocked. I just want to publish and forget and get it done. Let's try okay. So after refreshing, I now see non-coding activities in a software project. And this is the blog post. So it's still a bit lacking in the content, but what else is like important here? Maybe I can make a bigger intro, and maybe some more like intention. If we tend to forget them, then there is a risk that someone else will introduce a process around those activities. Sometimes it may mean new people will be brought so that they manage those activities. And in my opinion, the more can be done by a programmer, by a developer, maybe that's a better word. The more can be done, the better, because we don't introduce non-technical people to the communication loop. So as you see, I'm kind of leaking part of the Arkency culture here. I'm not saying everyone should agree with this. This is just my opinion. So if we don't monitor failures because we have a monitoring system set up, then someone important stakeholders like the owners of the project or the product manager, they may come up with this idea, oh, we need more people to be hired because the developers have no time for this. And this is actually quite easy. Again, if we forget about creating new tickets based on build failures or exceptions, then maybe they will come up, so other people will come up with this idea that we need some kind of quality assurance process around us because we are not, the software is not really good enough, we have some exceptions running and people see bugs. Challenge the priorities in the backlog. This is also maybe a debatable thing, but that's part of the Arkency culture. That's what we do, and that's what I think is important. Again, check security updates for gems. You don't want to be awakened at some moment that someone attacked your website. This is something that as software developers, it's probably professional to keep to keep up to date with the security things. Also remove that code, for example. That's not something that you will see in the backlog. That's something that you need to do along the way all the time. Otherwise, if someone new comes to the project and they will see that code, they will say, okay, they will not think the highest about you and your code. And obviously, we spend more time reading the code than writing it, so it's better to have less code to read. I think that's it. So I'm going to publish the recent changes again. And I have 1 minute left. So this is also another technique in practice. This blog post is not perfect. It's actually very short. Once it will be updated, it will be slightly longer. This is a way of fighting with my perfectionism. This is not a perfect blog post, but anyway, I want to get it out there because otherwise I will never publish the perfect blog post around this topic. So in the end, I will have basically no blog post on this area. At least here I started the conversation. I have published some ideas, what I think about and what in our team we think as important, and at least I have documented putting out some knowledge that we have. So people don't have to agree with this. This is one of those blog posts which I don't need people to agree with this. But if they see some failures with some problems with this approach, then maybe we want to maybe I want to actually react to this, and maybe this will help me. So 22 seconds, that's a good time to finish. So this is basically done, and I'm just publish recent changes to production. And now the only difference I will see is that when I go to the main page of the of Arkency, I will also see the blog post one gets reboot. Oh shit, sorry about that. So thank you, and that's basically it. Thanks for listening.